EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, Venerable Soldier. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen pass. Is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And juke this time. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Detroit!
Out of the gun now on third down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Detroit! Gun! Detroit! Gun!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. They'll throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flex. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I let my birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
shit don't skid. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Oh, he did it again. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is finally going to be stopped down around the 5-yard line. What a return.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how? About the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle. A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Now back to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. In for the score. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And still fighting. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards.
Patriot! Patriot! Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Switch! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Gone! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Pretty move. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gone! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Over! Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. 2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing. A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Carlson now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. And
the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw here. Going up top for Miller. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable here from the 38. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll throw now on the final play. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So, second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now Gurley. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And incomplete there. A nice hit. The ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Coming after you! Coming after you! Check 24, check 24. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Check 29, check 29. Motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Chicago! Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll make it third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On third down, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Coleman now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Coleman, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Bears, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.